Hello students, now we will learn the solve programs of your Inputstreamreader class. Okay, so the first program is to get the number of students and number of girls as input from the user. Okay, in a class, if you in a class you will be having boys as well as girls. In that you are getting the total number of students and the number of girls in that class. Then you are going to write a program to print the percentage of boys and girls in a class. Okay, how many percentage total class is there? In that, boys how many percentage, girls how many percentage, that you are going to find and display it. So first thing is import java.io. This java.io is used because Inputstreamreader we are using. To use this class we need this IO. Without this IO, this Inputstreamreader class cannot be used. Okay, this class comes under this package, so it is very important to use this. Then is your class name, then your public static void main, that is you are declaring the main function. And throws IO exception is due because we are using this buffer reader and stream class. Sometimes some IO errors may come. For that only we are using this IO miss input output error may come. For that only we are using this IO exception. Okay, Inputstreamreader. To use this Inputstreamreader class, first we need to create a object. For any class, to use that class we need an object. You all know it. Without an object we cannot access the data in it, that is we cannot use the class. So Inputstreamreader, a class for this stream reader, it can be of any name. Okay, here they have given read. So Inputstreamreader, they are using this object. You all already know how to create a object, right? The syntax you all know. So to create a object, first you will be using the new operator, right? So Inputstreamreader is a class name and this is your object name, and this new is a keyword to create the class, object. Okay, so and again you will be giving the class name, and this system.in is used to read the input from your keyboard. Since we are reading it from the keyboard or file, if you want to read a data from read means if you want to take input from a file or as well as a keyboard, you need this system.in. Okay, without this system.in you cannot read the data from any of the device. Okay, so system.in is very important in this. And Inputstreamreader, this is the class that is going to read the input from your either keyboard or the file. Okay, but here we will be using only the keyboard. File and all we won't be using, so just forget about the file. Keep it in mind, this system.in is only for reading the data from your keyboard. Okay, so in this Inputstreamreader class can store it very slowly only. Okay, one by one only can be read from this Inputstreamreader class. So what we are doing is we are streaming it and storing it in a buffered reader. Okay, this is a temporary place to store the data. Okay, what it does is reading it one by one, it just buffer it means collecting all the data and storing it in some place for temporarily. Once the data is being used, the data will be moved off from that place. Okay, buffered is a temporary storage, it is like that. So this data one by one will be taken together and saved in the buffer reader, so that it will be easier for you to take the data from the buffer reader to read more. Okay, so buffer read, again you have to create a object to read the data from your buffered reader. So buffered reader is a class name and this is your object in, and again new is an operator to define this object and buffered reader, and this read is this object. Okay, because from here only the buffer reader is going to take the data and save it in its place. right? So whatever object you create in this input stream reader object, that object should be given here. Okay, see, for reading the data from the keyboard we have this system.in. Similarly, from this input stream reader is going to take the data from the keyboard, but it is going to be taken one by one only. Okay, so to avoid this time mismatch only, we are going to buffer it and read the data continuously. Okay, so that the time any error may not occur. Okay, for that only we are using this buffered reader, and because each device will have a certain time limit to input the data and output the data, okay, to process the data. So to avoid that time mismatch, because of time mismatch your data may also be changed, because this input stream reader is going to take your data in bitwise. So if a single bit changes also, the value changes, right? For A, if you have 64 only, then it is A. If you have 75 for A, that is, if a bit changes and the value comes 75, means can it be A? Can that alphabet be A? It cannot be. So what is 75? That alphabet only will be displayed. So to avoid that type of error, we are using this buffered reader. Okay, whatever this input stream reader class reads will be saved in the buffered reader as it reads it. That is, a single alphabet means that particular alphabet will be stored according to the bytes. It will be stored in the buffered reader, and so whatever is read by the input stream reader, from input stream reader you are going to keep that in the buffer reader. For that only you are having this read here. Okay, so whatever this read object reads from the system keyboard, that object will be buffered and kept in this buffered reader. So whatever object you give, suppose if you are declaring two input stream reader, and you are going to input some that is, take input from keyboard 1 and 1 from your file. So which object you give, that object only will be information only will be saved in your buffered reader. Okay, so next is your variable declaration. N, M and B. N is for total number of students, M is for number of girls, and B is for number of boys, and this is for your percentage. See here, number of students is going to be on integer. Okay, but double is going to be double percentage of boys and percentage of girls, because percentage may be in fraction number. Percentage may be a fraction number. We cannot say that it is going to be a whole number, right? So that we are giving percentage of boys and girls as double, and we are asking the user to enter the number of students and the girls. So you are going to accept the data and save it in these two variables. This is total number of students and this is your number of girls, and this integer.parse.int is, see here, we are reading a data from the input stream reader, and whatever the data it reads, it will be saved in the character form only. Okay, even if you enter a number, it will be, because it is going to save it in the bitwise only, so it is going to save it as a character only. Okay, it doesn't know it is an integer or character or a string, so it is going to save it only in the form of character. According to it, each and every alphabet or a number or a symbol, whatever it is a character. It is going to be saved like that only. So to convert it to a integer or a string or a double or whatever it is, we need to